Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bully Baits channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I have to admit, a little bit nervous. First time being in front of the camera rather than behind it, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much to Cal and Danny of the YouTube channel Cal and Danny. Check them out, some really good fishing videos. They're the ones that pushed me to start thinking about getting in front of the camera, so thank them for this awkward introduction. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to make a frog style lure with an integrated lip. Now, I've no idea if this is going to work. I've never made one before, but we'll see how it goes. So actually, thinking about this design last night, did a little bit of a sketch out of it. Very basic sketch, so I don't know if that shows up. So that's what we're looking for. We're going to hopefully create. So what I do with all these little sketches and stuff, so I trace them and put them down in my lure book just in case it works, and then I've got a stencil if I want to make it again. We're going to do it out of basswood actually today, so we'll get that transferred onto here and start getting things cut out. Now we've got that shape roughed out, but looking at what we want the top profile to be. I wanted to keep it quite thick, obviously at the head end. So when I say this has got an integrated lip, so this is going to have, as in like a bib lip, but it's going to be his bottom lip, sort of sticking out, hopefully to catch water. Give him a bit of a shimmy. Freehanding where I want the thicker parts to be. So this is going to be obviously the start of the body, so here to be thicker. I think just want the bottom lip to be slightly tapered. And then it's going to come down here to a point. Hopefully sort of here. We're going to completely eyeball. So let's get that cut out. So next, looking at putting some chamfer lines on. So I want to keep this section of the body quite high. So I ain't going to go too far. But I want to drop it down here quite a bit. Sorry for the noise in the background, it's January and in the garage, I can actually see my breath. It's freezing. So on the lip, I'm just going to take the tiniest bits off, just round it off really. Alright, so let's take the knife to it. Once I've started carving, it's going to be more like, you know, the stage, I don't know what it's called, but you know the stage when a tadpole starts to turn into a frog, morph into a frog, and it's got the features of a frog at the front, but it's got the tail of a tadpole. I think this is going to be more along those lines, as you can kind of start to see. I'm no expert in frogs, so if anybody knows what that stage is, do let me know. Also, like what do you talk to the camera about? I mean, I'm carving a piece of wood. I'm doing it with a Stanley knife. So fair play to those people that talking to the camera comes naturally. Just standing in your garage on your own, talking as if like you're talking to somebody. So again, if anybody's got any tips and hints and tips on that, do let me know. Started to think about what size eyes I want. I've actually got some 15mm eyes that will fit perfectly from Dead Meat Customs. Let's see, they are lovely and I think will work perfect. Just now got to drill a hole and use the Forstner bit to make a indent for where the eye will actually go. And then I'll be able to start carving, and then it keeps a sort of tally on where I need to stay away from. And there we go. So 15mm Forstner bit, so that'll allow me to take a bit of material away, but also know where to stay away from, as it's now got the recess for the eye. So now we've got the lure carved out. It's time for my least favourite part of lure building and making. Sanding. I hate sanding, but we'll get this sanded. I'll come back to you in about 4 days.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
There we go. So, didn't want to bore everybody with all that sanding. So we now have sanded down to 300 grit. So the next stage we're going to do is we're going to seal the wood, put some markers where we are going to have the line tie and the hook hangers and the lead hole, and we'll start pouring some lead because the lead's warm. So we'll get onto that. So having looked, I can't see anything where it tells you what stage is the stage of metamorphosis is that goes from a tadpole into a frog, other than the stage in between a tadpole and a frog being a froglet. Some of them say frog spawn, tadpoles phase 1, tadpole phase 2, froglet, adult frog. But I think this is going to have more of a froggy head, hopefully. So we will call this the Frogpole. And if you don't like it, tough. But also, if I'm wrong and I can't find anything, or if you do know more about it, let me know. So, hook hanger, line tie, sorry. Go! Then got the rear hook hanger is going to go there. We've got another hook hanger, and this one's going to be the lead hole. So as a blank canvas, we're going to start with white. So now we've done masking fluid on both sides of this, what at the moment looks like a monstrosity. We're going to go back over it again with some darker greens just to hide that rest of that copper and brown. And we'll blend it in, and then obviously once we then reveal, peel back the masking fluid, it will reveal sort of blotches, which hopefully will look frog-esque. If not, we paint back over it again and we start again. But let's see what happens. Final bit now before we put the eyes on. We'll just darken up around them just so that they stand out a lot. Put a bit of black just straight down the middle. There we go. Let's put the eyes on.